Friday night. You've just settled in to watch your favorite show after a long week. Then, an urgent work email pops up on your phone. Your heart sinks and stress spikes. Work has crashed your personal time yet. Sound familiar? You're not alone. In our always connected work culture, this scenario is all too common. This video is about a solution: digital severance. No, it's not about severance pay or Apple's hit TV show. It's about cutting off digital work ties after hours. Digital severance means establishing a firm boundary in an always-on world. Employers are prohibited from contacting employees during non-work hours. Think of it as a modern right to disconnect. After 6 p.m., the work emails, calls, and Slack messages stop, so you can actually be off the clock. Why is this important? Research shows that constant after-hours contact blurs work-life boundaries and harms well-being. In fact, over 80% of studies indicate that using smartphones after work is strongly linked to work increasingly encroaching on personal time. When work seeps into home life, stress rises because our roles clash. Employees who get after-hours notifications start to feel overwhelmed, exhausted, and less engaged at work. It's like your brain never fully recharges. Imagine your phone battery never getting past 50% because it's always plugged into work. Organizational behavior research gives insight into why after-hours work hurts us. Work-family border theory tells us that without clear boundaries between work and home, we experience conflict and stress. Our example of the employee that can't enjoy movie night because work invaded their personal space. Next, self-determination theory says people need autonomy, the choice to say, "I'll handle this later." When employees feel forced to respond at 10 p.m., they lose that sense of control, and motivation and job satisfaction plummet. Finally, there's the psychological contract, an unwritten expectation of respect and fairness. Constant after-hours emails violate that trust, leading employees to feel less committed and more likely to quit. No manager sets out thinking, "Let's burn out my team," but ignoring these boundaries can unintentionally do just that. 1. So, what happens if we implement digital severance policies? For employees, the big win is work-life balance and better mental health. They can actually disconnect and recharge, which means less burnout and more energy when they are back at work. For managers and organizations, it might sound counterintuitive, but respecting off hours actually boosts productivity in the long run. A rested employee is a more engaged employee. Studies have found that when companies adopt right to disconnect practices, burnout rates drop and employees feel more supported by the organization. In other words, digital severance isn't just a feel-good policy. It leads to a healthier, more motivated team that performs better. Plus, it shows that management values their people, which builds loyalty and a positive reputation as a fair, ethical workplace. Digital severance is already catching on. For instance, France enacted a law requiring companies to negotiate after-hours communication rules with employees. Many companies there now implement policies so that emails sent at midnight simply don't get delivered until morning. Managers can lead by example, no late-night messaging, and if something truly urgent comes up, there's a clear protocol, like phone calls only for true emergencies. Some firms add a line to emails, "Sent during my personal time. I don't expect a reply until working hours." This way, even in global teams or flexible schedules, no one feels pressured to break their downtime. The key is making it official, a written policy or guideline that says, "Relax, recharge, work will be there tomorrow." Now, you might wonder, what about employees who prefer flexible schedules or working at odd hours? Digital severance doesn't mean nobody can ever log in late. It means no one is forced to. The policy should be smart, not one size fits all. For example, an employee can choose to send an email at 9 p.m. if it suits them, but the company culture and policies ensure that their colleagues or subordinates aren't expected to read or respond until next day. By crafting the policy with a bit of flexibility, allowing opt-outs or handling different time zones, companies can respect personal boundaries and individual work styles. The bottom line, communication norms should shift from always on to balanced. Managers should foster a culture where logging off is not seen as slacking off, but as normal and encouraged. In an era of smartphones and constant notifications, digital severance is a simple but powerful idea. Give people their lives back after work. For managers, it might feel strange to hold back that late email, but remember, no one ever really dies because an email waited till morning. Instead, you'll gain a team that trusts you, stays healthier, and actually enjoys their work more. It's a classic win-win. As one clever saying goes, sometimes the best way to get ahead is to let everyone unplug. So next time you're about to hit send at midnight, consider scheduling it for 8 a.m. Your team and their Netflix queues will thank you.